Hey everyone, my VIA character strength was kindness, and I want to start off with the same quote that I used in my 5-minute video. It's by John Ruskin. It's "A little thought and a little kindness are often worth more than a great deal of money." And I really love this quote, and I really love how it applies to everything we've been talking about intrinsic and extrinsic goals, and how when you look at taking a step back and using mindfulness and being kind to others, the satisfaction and self-worth you get from that is worth exponentially more than any monetary gain you can get, because things like that, intrinsic goals, are very fleeting, and acts of kindness that you do and just the way that you carry yourself and the mentality that you have with yourself and with other people are things that last so much more longer than anything as material as money or possessions. So let's look at what the VIA says that kindness is. According to the VIA manual, kindness and other related terms like generosity, care, compassion, and altruism are terms that relate with oneself and how oneself deals with others.
Alright, hey Trey, this is take 10. Everything that could happen has happened, so hopefully this will be the one. Alright, let's go into this. What is kindness? In my definition, kindness is something that's done that's never really expected to be paid back, like getting a gift or expecting the other person's help. It's really just something you just do to be a good person, kind of. Some people display it more than others. Kindness, yeah. Definitely just, you do it to do it and be, you're looking out for other people. Kindness is just one of those things that's, it's easier to be, it's easier to just learn it by seeing it done or having kindness put onto you, kind of thing. Easier than it is to read out of a book. But kindness, yeah. I think kindness kind of goes hand in hand with caring too. It's kind of caring for your fellow man, or like caring for Mother Nature. You're being kind as well. You're putting yourself out there to do things that other people typically won't do. It's like when you're at the grocery store or something, and you see someone drop something and you're just passing by, you could easily just as well just keep walking and get what you need and be done with the day. But kindness is taking that extra step and stopping and picking up for them, be it an elderly person or someone our age. It's just something that's out of our expectations. Like, you don't have to, even when you do it, you don't have to expect a thank you. It's just, it's nice to have, but you never expect anything out of it.
I really like the term "others above self." I feel it coincides very well with the three main characteristics that the VA says kindness is, or the three main traits. Those are empathy or sympathy, moral reasoning, and social responsibility. Empathy, of course, the ability to affect another person by experiencing what they are going through. If you can relate to what someone's going through, you can give them so much better advice and so much better comfort than if you just kind of brush off what they're saying and don't really listen to them. Moral reasoning, the ability to be more pro-social and the willingness to just go out and help others for no other benefit than to simply help someone else is very resonating and very powerful. And then social responsibility, the drive to help others and to care for the well-being of those around you. If everyone kind of picked up that mandate, then I firmly believe that the world itself would become a better place. As cliche as that is, like if everyone didn't focus so much on their material needs, but kind of focused on community-based needs and helping others, then everyone would be helping each other and things would be a lot brighter.
How does Trey display kindness? How does Trey display kindness? Gosh, that's hard because whoever knows Trey, honestly can't ask that question because he's the best person to display kindness. When just whenever he walks into a room, you really get that feel that he's a step kind of. I don't want to say it condescendingly to anybody else, but he's kind of a step above the rest. He's a man's man, but kindness is definitely his prime virtue, I gotta say. He whenever anybody needs help, he's there. You never even have to ask him. Like I said, he never expects anything from his good deeds. I think we went to camp together, and I came back from doing something in the middle of like a rainstorm, and I had mentioned my shirt being wet, and from there, like he started taking off his shirt to give me literally giving me the shirt off of his back. And I had to stop him. I was like, no, man, it's okay. I can just walk back and get another shirt. But it was just that I never asked for it, but he knew it would make me feel better. It was something that I needed, and he was willing to give me that, to put me at ease, to make me feel better. But Trey has so many, like, there's so many stories to tell about Trey and kindness and caring for others that the list could go on and on. I could be here for hours, but at camp is a good describer for him. When he's at camp and he's with all his kids, you can tell that the kids just gravitate to him because he has that kind of heart. He's just a kind soul, and he'll give his plate of food up for any kid that needs it. He just, wherever it's needed, he's willing to give it to them. Anybody in need, he's there. I think that's all I got for now. If you need more, hit me up.
You know, he's just always giving. He gave me the opportunity to be in this apartment. You know, most sophomores don't get to be in the Burn Oaks apartments, and Trey offered this to me because he must have seen some kindness in me, probably the same kindness that I see in him. Cut.
Kindness falls under the category of humanity, along with love and social intelligence. And all three of those character strengths were in my top 5 character strengths. I believe that all of them coincide together. Being able to read people and see what's bothering them, and then having the compassion to go and strike up a conversation and try to fix things and try to make things better in a loving way, in a way that fosters good emotion, is something that I pride myself on being able to do. I consider myself very much to be a shoulder or a rock for other people when they need help, because sometimes you just can't do things by yourself. And if everyone had someone to go to that would make things better, then people would be a lot less stressed, and people would be able to fight their own battles, but they wouldn't have to fight them alone. They could fight them with other people that understand what they're going through and can offer them the support that they need to maybe help in better circumstances or ease the stress that some people face that other people might not even notice. A wonderful way to increase the kindness in yourself is through random acts of kindness. And these are such simple things that we could do each day to foster kindness between people, whether it's slowing down to let a car pass in front of you or merge onto the lane in front of you, complimenting a coworker, buying a treat for a friend or a roommate. Small things like that can have the biggest impact on other people. Even the vocabulary and the tone of your voice, if you just change that to maybe not seem so uppity with each other or not use such harsh words or harsh language, and just be calm and collected and simply kind in the way that we talk to one another, and that increases the kindness that other people feel and then reciprocate. This next section is about the different salad topics that we covered, so whether things are fulfilling or socially valued, etc. And I took clips that are from the past video that I made for this class, or from clips that I didn't show, or clips that I got after I made the video. And I tried to get people's definitions of kindness in these salad type ways. So how, for example, for fulfilling, how can serving others be fulfilling, and so on.
He's really selfless and just gives himself to anyone. It's really nice to know that, he's willing to do something for anyone, and kind of makes me feel like, I want to do stuff for other people too, obviously. And he kind of sets the bar, so he's a great friend. And
the past few years that I've known Trey, he really loves talking about the camp that he's always worked at in the summer. I think he said he's worked there for about the past 7 years or so. And to me, working at a summer camp really exemplifies kindness in a way that you're putting your summer break, that you just get to sit around and relax, to go out and help children and help kids and help young adults to have fun and be happy for however long the camp lasts. And you get to teach them useful skills. You get to bring joy to their life and not only make them happy but also serve them in the process. And if serving one another isn't one of the highest forms of kindness, then I really don't know what is. The second really big form of kindness that I saw in Trey was also another really social aspect of kindness, giving back to his society, but at the same way it was interpersonal as well. Last semester, Trey was working on a documentary for one of his classes on a child who was extremely ill, and through really showing that child's struggle, and the family struggle, he kind of brought that family joy and happiness again, where he could sit down and have fun with the kid and play video games with the child, and he could really sit around with the family and find the joyous parts in life, and he could bring peace to the family, and he could really go out and show others that yes, this child is sick, but there's joy in that. He's going out and he's putting his whole heart and soul into this documentary. He's doing this for a living. He loves it and he's having fun with it. And he's getting to know these people. And not only is he getting to know them just for school and just for work, but he's loving it and he's making them happy and they're making him happy. So bringing happiness to others, especially children, through camp and through this documentary is kindness at its highest, in my opinion. And that's where Trey excels more than other people.
My biggest role model for kindness has to be my dad. Growing up, we definitely had our differences. He was working multiple jobs and being the head wrestling coach and at that time baseball coach at the high school. And growing up, I didn't appreciate that a lot. I didn't get to see my dad a lot, so I was bitter about it. And then I went to high school and saw how many people loved my dad and how much of an impact he's had on individuals that, like, he'd see in the halls, or he would help tutor math after practice, which was after work. And the love and the kindness that he put into his work is just a shining example for me and kind of how I want to live my life. And so this is a clip from my dad.
Very, but like in a specific example, I'm just like anytime that with anyone younger than you, you always. All right, let's go.
Ready.
All right. My definition of kindness would be putting someone else's needs before yours, or ingratiating yourself to them. That's your cut.
Okay.
My story would be a time when I have seen you be kind to others is definitely when you are working with children. You always are not placating to them, but get on their level and totally give of yourself to a younger generation, allowing them to feel wanted, feel loved at not your expense, but because of you.
This last video isn't someone that I personally know, but I think everyone's seen his video and his message. He calls himself Kid President, and I kind of see him as like the younger generation's overall like role model. He's like the next big thing as in terms of how to be kind to one another. So I took some of his clips and I edited and cut them around, and I kind of put together what I feel would strengthen this presentation about kindness. And so this is what Kid President has to say to give you a little pep talk to kindness.
Nah, you're so awesome, I named my dog after you. Wait. That could hurt someone's feelings. I mean boat. I named my boat after you. Wait, who even have the boat? You're so awesome, I legally changed my name to yours. Wait, that's super creepy. Just tell people they're awesome and mean it. Number 8. Hello, person that I never met before. Here's a high five. I disagree with you, but I still like you as a person who is a human being, and I'll treat you like that. Because if I didn't, it would make everything bad, and that's what lots of people do, and it's lame. Whew, I need a water break, y'all. Somewhere inside, you're a hero. You might not have a cape or wear underwear outside your clothes. That's probably a good thing. You have everything right now to change the world. Everything! Heroes are just ordinary people who've done extraordinary things. They inspire other people to be extraordinary. You don't need a cape and you don't need money. You don't even need to be bitten by something radioactive. You just need to care. And if you are bitten by something radioactive, you should go to a doctor, sir.
The last topic that the salad concept goes over is institutions and rituals. And there are two things that I'm mainly focusing on: religious organizations and family. And by religious organizations, I just mean like a spiritual community, or going on a service trip with fellow students, or a teen youth group that you're either a leader of or a member of. And all of these things really strive to build kindness and selflessness and charity and working towards bettering others. And I really appreciate all of the experiences I have through especially my youth group. And the next thing was family. I don't think family is often thought of as an institution, but I definitely believe that family can foster the greatest bond of kindness. You can't really choose your family. You're just forced to kind of be with them for the most part. And sometimes that doesn't always work out, but other times there's just this great love and bond and just selflessness that you give to your family. And the great thing is that you don't really realize that you're being so selfless when you like shovel your grandmother's driveway when it's snowing outside, or help your dad mow the lawn, or help your younger sister with algebra. Things like that can definitely raise your kindness and definitely foster selflessness between other people is what makes family such an important institution in raising kindness.